Good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's going to be a short one on how to scalp boom and crash to get a nice one-to-one risk to reward trade. This is not a strategy that's going to make you tens of thousands of dollars in one day. Yes, it's a scalping strategy, but it works on a 4-hour time window, a 4-hour time frame. Alright, so what we are looking for, if we are in boom, we're only going to look for buys. If we are in crash, we're only going to look for sells. So in a scenario of a boom, you're going to have a red candle, and then we want a green candle to close above the red candle. Now this includes the wick, so if the candle has a wick as well, this is going to include the wick. So let's say, for example, it looks like this. That's what we want. So this candle needs to break above the body and the wick. So each candle here represents a 4-hour time frame. Now what's going to happen is, as soon as this 4-hour close, we are going to look for the continuation going up. So now the next candle is forming on this close, so the opening price for the next candle. So majority of the time you will see a candle comes down and then push up again. So basically what we are looking for is, when the open of this candle is happening, price needs to come down and then close above the previous candle's close. So candle is going down, and then we have this push up, and it's going to work vice versa for the crash. So if we have a green candle, we want the next candle to close red, to close below this green candle, and we are going to wait for this one to finish. We're going to wait for it to close. So this candle, for example, if it has a wick, this 4-hour candle needs to close below this candle. And then what's going to happen is, we are going to look for the continuation of this red candle here. So if price opens up, it might go up a little bit and then come down. So what we are looking for is, we want price to push up into this area of this candle and then continuation down, and then we're going to enter as soon as price close below this candle's low. It first needs to push up, and we're going to enter buy as soon as this candle first comes down and then closes above the previous candle's high. Now you'll see there might be some times these candles does not close below this line, then we don't enter a trade. Alright, so let's jump straight to the charts. Let me show you this easy strategy. Alright, so we are on boom 300 here on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see here, there's an example of what I showed in the beginning. We have a red candle right over here. Then the next candle is a green candle. It closed above this red candle. So this was the closing price for this green candle. So what we want to do now, we want to see the candle first comes down and then push upwards. So I'm just going to mark this line. This is the start of the new candle. Then you go to the 1 minute. Alright, so as you can see here on the 1 minute, this is the start of the new 4-hour candle. This was the closing price of the previous 4-hour candle. Now the new 4-hour is starting. Price is coming down. Like on that picture at the beginning, it's retracing back down because we want a continuation. This 1 minute candle broke out of out of the closing price of the previous candle. So what you can do here, you can put your buy there, your stop loss there, and you can target a 1-to-1 risk to reward trade. And as you can see, price went up and we got our 1-to-1. Because it's boom and crash, you ended up having a 1-to-5 risk to reward. All right, let's go to another example. Right, so here's one that did not play out. We are on Boom 500. As you can see, we have a red candle. This green candle closed above this red candle. So we want to mark out the opening price. So this is an example of a trade that you never took because it didn't meet the criteria. Let's just mark out this is the beginning of the new 4-hour candle. Here you go. So as you can see, price came down, but price never broke above the previous candle's high. So it was never a trade for us to take. All right, so here we are on Boom 1000, 4-hour again. As you can see, here's a red candle. This candle closed above this red candle. So now this is where the candle closed. Let's just mark out the start of the new candle and let's go down to the 1 minute. As you can see here, this was the start of the new 4-hour candle. This was the previous close of the previous candle. It came down, closed above the closed above the closing price of the previous one. We target a 1-to-1. As you can see here, price took us out. We had a stop loss. Then price continued down. Here again, we had a beautiful close above the previous candle's close. And we're going to target a 1-to-1. And as you can see, it played out beautifully. Because you are on boom and crash, as soon as this spike happens, your closing price will be there. So at the end of the day, you got a 1-to-5 risk to reward trade. Let me just show you another example on boom and crash. Here's a red candle here, 4-hour candle. This candle closed above this candle, so we are going to wait for this one to close. Let's just mark out the start of the new candle and let's go down to the 1 minute. As you can see here, this was the closing price. New start of a 4-hour candle. Price came down. We got a break through the previous candle's close. Target a 1-to-1. There we go. At the end of the day with this spike, you ended up with a 1-to-9 risk to reward trade. And in this example, price just continued going up. Alright, so here we are on crash 1000, same principle. Now it's just the other way around. Here's a green candle. This red candle closed below this candle. So we're going to mark out the close of this 4-hour candle. We're going to mark the new 4-hour candle and let's go down to the 1 minute. As you can see here, start of the new 4-hour candle went up, had a spike, didn't close. Here we closed below the previous candle's close. Enter there, stop loss right over there, and you target a 1-to-1. And there you got your trade. In this case, as you can see, you can always open up 2 trades. You can let the one run and you can close the one here, but this one was ending up going down. Let's just show you another example on crash. Let's have a look. Yes, so let's have a look here. We had a green candle here. This 4-hour closed below this green candle. So we're going to mark out the close of this candle. Let's mark out the new 4-hour candle forming and we go down to the 1 minute. Here you go. As you can see, Price never went up yet, so we need to wait for price to go up and then continue down. Here we went up, we had our break below. Put your stops there and you target a 1-to-1. In this case, with the spike, your TP would be moved down there, and you got a 1.3. If you had another trade open, as you can see, the continuation going down. All right, so let's go to one last example. We are on crash 500, the 4-hour. So as you can see, here's a green candle. We had a red candle closed below this candle's low right here. Let's just mark this one out. Let's just also mark out the start of this new 4-hour candle after this one, and let's go down to the 1 minute. Right, so as you can see, we closed below here after moving up. Target a 1-to-1. There we go. As you can see, we got stopped out. We had a small little spike, but we got stopped out. Then again, we had a candle close. Target a 1-to-1. And again, we got stopped out. Price went up. Here we had a beautiful close. Stop loss right over there. Target a 1-to-1. As you can see, this one beautifully. With this spike, you ended up with a 1-to-3 risk to reward trade. And yes, that's how easy the strategy is. Look at the 4-hour candles. Remember, on crash pairs, the candle needs to close below, and on boom pairs, your green candle needs to close above your red candle, and we look for continuations. Your risk to reward would be better if you also follow your daily bias and your market structure, what's happening. But if you don't want to do that, you can just do what I just showed you. Go back, test it a little bit, have a look for yourself, and let me know in the comments down below. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.